You can play as 14-year-old edgelords who like to wear capes and refuse to wear helmets because their parents told them it was the right thing to do. Or you can play as Space Marines, as you should. It's not exactly a throwback to old school RTS games, even though the chunky voxel-based graphics kind of hint at that. It's its own beast. It's simpler. It's nowhere near as complex as, say, StarCraft, where you have multiple units with multiple abilities. You just have a few units, and they have pretty much one thing that they do. So you start off with a main fortress, and if that is destroyed,
barracks complete.
Then you have to build another one or risk being annihilated. You build harvesters, and depending on what faction you are, they behave differently. So in the 8-bit Invaders series, the harvesters go and park themselves, and then they just continually generate income. The other two of the 8-bit series send out units to grab and then pull it back to a depot. Space Marines obviously know what they're doing because the harvester goes out and then it sits there and just transmutes via quantum entanglement, and you get the resources instantly. Obviously, that's the best way to do it. The more you build of one structure, the faster that structure will build. So you can't have 2 barracks to build multiple Marines from. Instead, they'll continue to be built from 1 barracks, just a little more quickly.
Low power.
However, you have power. So you need to build, as Marines, power plants. And if you're playing as the 14-year-old edgelords, you're actually not using power, you're using PopCap. You build structures that increase your population cap. So that's interesting. This game allows for different play styles based off the faction you're playing with. I find that to be very entertaining. It's got all the basic RTS controls that you would expect. You can set rally points after you've built a structure. You've got your air units, your ground units, your heavy ground units. You've got a number of, you have 2 turrets, anti-air and anti-ground, and then you have your special unit. For the Space Marines, it is the Titan Bay. We'll be getting to that, of course.
Commander.
It's not a super complicated game. You don't really vie for control of sectors all that much. You really just amass all your units and smash them upon the defenses of your enemy. Simpler times. It's also convenient that you don't actually need to click on any of the individual structures to build your units. It's all just housed in your units list. It can be a little confusing though, because sometimes you don't know if the units are going to be built by a different structure or if another structure already has a whole bunch of things queued up. It just comes with practice and knowing what's going on. Memorization.
Cannon ready.
So we got some combat over here. They've got some AoE units and a whole bunch of basics. These little raptor-looking alien things, when they die, they leave a pool of acid. They don't have shields. I have shields that will recharge after combat. But I think I'm going to lose this engagement. And I'm okay with that. It'd be boring if I won it already. Still, we did deny them this area. So that's kind of nice. There's a lot of screaming. A Space Marine shouldn't really scream that much. But, you know, sometimes they don't know any better. You can only build one building at a time. And usually that's okay with me. I
Constructing.
guess.
Ready to go.
Your heavy units are typically better against infantry than other things, or they're better against vehicles. Most of this stuff is kind of rock, paper, scissors. Also, there's the crush feature. So you see marine, damage, armor, crush. Marines are... is that crushable? Let's see.
Resource enhancer complete.
There's... it can crush, so the ogre can crush things. There's not crushable. That's what that is, I believe. And then there's one where it can be crushed. I think it's an exclamation mark by the wheel. So it looks like I have a whole bunch of things that can crush and nothing that can be crushed. So that sounds about right. Space Marines do the crushing. They don't get crushed.
Constructing.
We need research lab, and we also need the cloaking generator before we can build our Titan Bay. Yeah. Different kinds of infantry, so they're both coming from the barracks. More ogres, and let's build some gremlins, healing units. And we'll take this force,
On the move.
and we'll head over here.
Research lab complete.
Building is done. Build a cloaking generator.
Constructing.
So again, not a super complicated game, but it's quite entertaining. Obviously, these air units are the wrong kind for any kind of ground combat.
Have gun will travel.
And let's send these guys where I originally wanted them all to go.
Cloaking generator complete.
Stuff
Low
on the map
power.
is pretty cool. A lot of stuff is destructible. Just kind of adds to the ambiance. There we go. Got my air coverage. Their air scouts can target air and ground. So it's good that I've got these here for air support. We're doing quite a bit better here in this battle.
Low power.
Oh, low power. We need more batteries.
Constructing.
And let's continue to build units. Control, we'll build 5 of something. These heavy
Power
tanks
plant
are pretty
complete.
cool. As are these heavy units. Refraction field grants stealth to all units in the area.
Cannon ready.
So it looks like I lost that
Infantry
engagement up
crate.
there.
Yes,
Crates
Commander.
are little bonuses that'll drop in from the air.
Moving out.
I don't know if I collected that right. My bad. I think I just lost that. And we can now build this.
Constructing.
Walking. Ready to go. Moving out. On it.
Let's actually move this guy over here. So this is it's a real easy game to get into. It's pretty simple to figure out, and it's not too difficult to put down either. So it's
Titan
great
Bay.
to throw some time into
Low power.
and then just go on with the rest of your life. It's obviously much better with friends. Maybe someday I will have some of those.
Constructing.
Yep, there was someone over here. These are actually some of the most heavily armored units in the game.
Low power.
These resource grabbers.
Power plant complete.
your build radius is limited to line of sight and pre-existing buildings. So I can't take this and just build this all the way over here. I have to build something kind of close to it, close to these first. And we are slowly building the Titan. That just instantly starts building as soon as you have one of the Titan bays. Yes, that's a Titan bay. Obviously, I am playing this game on easy difficulty or normal, one of the two, whichever. Because this is just a quick little review. Resources, it's kind of hard to struggle with resources in this game.
Low power.
I found the biggest struggle is more power or
Constructing.
pop cap. And that's okay. Sometimes you don't really want all that complexity because your brain is fried. Am I just projecting?
Power plant complete.
I might be projecting. So we need more of these because this is obviously not building fast enough. And the Titan unit isn't indestructible. It can get overwhelmed via a large group. I would say this many units would be enough to sufficiently stall or even destroy a Titan. But we'll throw one out and you can see for yourself. Let's just send these over to harass. Probably going to need more power.
Titan Bay complete.
What do you know? We need
Low
more
power. Constructing.
Fly, my pretties. Ah, yeah. It looks like they've got their Titan Bay equivalent
Power
over here.
plant complete.
Oh no, that's the air one. Let's see. What all you got over here? Oh, they do not have it. Theirs builds an enormous alien. Aha, we're done.
Ready. Moving out. No roads needed. Slow and steady.
There goes my Jaeger. This really reminds me of the things I used to make with Legos. And that's probably part of why I enjoy this game so much. It's doing what I never could with my Legos. It's having them actually shoot each other. And it keeps track of all the damage and armor without me having to do it on paper. So that's nice. We're in combat mode.
Harvester under attack.
Well, it's because the harvester went too far. That's his own fault.
Harvester under attack.
Yeah, since it's hitting all these units individually, it's just eating them alive.
Yeah. All weapons ready.
Harvester under attack. Harvester destroyed.
Yeah,
Let's
keep
kill
shooting things.
bugs.
Yes. Bugs. Nice. I don't know why they're not dealing with that. That seems unwise to me. And let's finish this game off.
Harvester under attack.
Oh, maybe the harvester shouldn't be all the way over there. Why am I still building harvesters? Build a little of everything.
Harvester under attack.
Oh yeah, the overcharge. Makes units go faster, removes their shield. It's kind of nifty. I really haven't played this game enough to know if it's balanced, and I've really only played it against computer opponents, but it's balanced enough. So, Major Nate does recommend this game. It's entertaining. It's probably more entertaining with friends. If you have friends and you play this together, let me know so I can confirm that. And yeah, I hope everyone who's watching enjoys and becomes a fan of Petroglyph. Hooray for Space Invaders.
Power plant under attack.
Thanks for tuning in, Space Marines.
Red player
Semper Fi
eliminated.
winners.
Mission complete.